I get it when you're standing in the kitchen at 7 a.m., half asleep, and you think about splurging on a home espresso machine. The doubts start piling up. Is it going to actually make that caf quality shot without turning my countertop into a science lab? Will I end up buying a gadget that sits unused because the learning curve is too steep? And of course, does it justify the price when there are 100 other options out there? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I spent the last 2 weeks living with the Espresso coffee machine maker, a 15-bar, 1100 watt unit that promises a liter-size water reservoir, milk frothing, and a steam nozzle. My goal wasn't to become a barista overnight, but to see if the machine could slip into a regular morning routine without demanding a master's degree in coffee science. Below is what I found after testing it for a typical week of breakfasts, quick work-from-home breaks, and the occasional weekend latte experiment. First off, the setup is straightforward. The machine arrives in a compact box, and you can get it on the counter in under 10 minutes. Fill the 1-liter water tank, snap the drip tray into place, and attach the milk frother. There's no need for a separate grinder, which is a plus if you already have beans at home. The user-friendly design means you can start brewing with just a couple of button presses, one for espresso, one for the steam wand. That simplicity is exactly what casual coffee drinkers appreciate. You're not forced to memorize pressure settings or temperature profiles. Now, the real test is consistency. The 15-bar pump is a common benchmark for home machines, and in practice it delivers a steady, firm extraction. I tried a standard double shot with medium roast beans, and the crema was a thin, honey-colored layer that held up for about a minute, good enough for most home users who want that visual cue of a proper espresso. The temperature seemed stable across multiple drinks, which is where the consistent temperature control claim holds water. I didn't notice the water cooling down between back-to-back shots, a problem that can be annoying on lower-end models. What makes this machine stand out for everyday use is the milk frothing system. The built-in frothing wand is detachable, and you can either use it directly on the steam nozzle or with a small metal pitcher. I experimented with both cappuccino and a flat white. The foam came out silky and dense when I used chilled milk, and it held its shape for a few seconds, perfect for latte art if you're willing to practice. It's not a professional-grade steam wand, but for a countertop appliance it's surprisingly capable. On the downside, there are a few hidden trade-offs that become evident after the novelty wears off. The 1-liter water reservoir is generous, but it also means the machine sits a bit taller than some slimmer alternatives. If you have limited counter space, you'll need to account for that footprint. Also, because the unit doesn't have a built-in grinder, the quality of your espresso will heavily depend on the beans you purchase and how finely you grind them. I had to buy a separate burr grinder to get a fine enough consistency, otherwise the extraction was weak and the crema thin. Another practical consideration is cleaning. The removable drip tray is easy to pull out and rinse, which is a nice touch. However, the steam wand can accumulate milk residue if not flushed after each use. The manufacturer suggests a quick wipe down, but for longer-term maintenance you'll want to soak the wand occasionally. It's not a deal breaker, but it does add a small step to the daily routine. Who should buy this machine? If you're a coffee enthusiast who enjoys the ritual of pulling a shot at home, wants a decent latte or cappuccino without buying a separate frother, and appreciates a straightforward interface, this model fits nicely. It's especially good for small households where only 1 or 2 people will be using it daily. The price point lands in the mid-range, so you get decent performance without the premium markup of high-end prosumer models. Who should skip it? If you're chasing a perfect, caf-grade espresso every single time and are willing to invest in a dedicated grinder, a dual boiler system, or a machine with programmable pressure profiling, you'll likely feel limited. Similarly, if your kitchen space is tight and you need an ultra-compact device, the taller footprint might be a nuisance. Finally, if you're looking for a set-and-forget system that never requires any manual cleaning, the steam wand and drip tray maintenance could be a deterrent. Value for money comes from the combination of decent pressure, reliable temperature, and the added milk frothing capability, all wrapped in a user-friendly package. Compared to buying a separate espresso maker and a standalone frother, you're saving both space and a bit of cash. The machine also avoids the over-engineering you see in pricier models that offer programmable shot volumes and Bluetooth connectivity, features that many casual users never touch. In real-world terms, I used the machine to pull a quick double shot before heading to work, to steam.